Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out some of the best new tools to convert your Figma designs into real apps, websites, and even raw code so you can send it to your developer. These are actually pretty intuitive and have some interesting features. So let's test them out. Before we begin, we're planning a Delhi Designathon. Yup, a proper competition plus networking event for you to meet 200 plus design professionals, students, etc. And you will be challenged to create an amazing design but also win prizes like an iPad and a 4K digital monitor sponsored by BenQ. Apart from that, we have trophies, certificates. So join us for this full day on 23rd March. I'll have a link in the description. There are early bird discounts going on, so grab them before they end. I'll see you guys there. Okay, so the first one we're checking out is called Trace. Now, Trace is a marketplace upfront which has ready-made components for Swift UI. So basically, iOS applications. You have everything organized from animations to cards to layouts to buttons. However, they also have a Figma plugin. This Figma plugin is called Trace, convert Figma designs to Swift UI. And it works in a very simple way. It allows you to pick any of your designs. It could be a splash screen, a login screen, and it quickly converts this into a prototype that can work inside Swift UI. So you can basically then try it out on your iPhones. Now, this will also allow you to export for Xcode. So you'll be able to edit your designs further in Xcode and add your functionality, etc. According to them, they're using AI to write the Swift code by recognizing the design that is on screen. So if there is a button, it will write Swift code for a button. It's still under development. This is more like a first iteration, so give them some time to improve it. However, try it out. Maybe it might work for you. All right, so this next one is called Pixelfree Studio, and this is truly powerful. So it promises design to code in one click from months to minutes. That's pretty cool. And the whole process works like it would work in, say, something like Framer or Webflow. So you import your Figma designs into Pixelfree Studio, and then you are able to add functionality to each button. It also has the ability to export for Android, iOS, HTML, React, and Vue.js. Now, I've not tried to export it myself yet, but if you get a chance, let us know in the comments how it was. It also has some complex prototyping ability. Unlike Framer and Webflow, this has a lot more if-else statements. So if you click on something, if the person has filled out a form, something might happen, stuff like that. So you can create proper user flows and journeys with this. Cool thing is, it does have a completely free plan for you guys as well. So $0. Definitely to get full export options, all the Android, iOS export options you'll need to take a trial or you need to pay up. However, for everything else, it is absolutely free, which is fantastic. Okay, recently Webflow made a massive update to its Figma to Webflow plugin. If you are not aware, they have a proper plugin inside Figma. It's not just importing your Figma designs into Webflow for further development, but it's also syncing with your design systems. So if you're making some design system changes inside your Figma design, it will automatically get synced up to your websites or your final designs in Webflow. So now you won't have to go back and forth between these tools. This is a huge problem a lot of designers have, is why don't we just design in Webflow then? Well, now you can design in Figma and seamlessly sync it with your Webflow as well. You can even decide which components get synced up. So you have full freedom when it comes to syncing. All right, so the next one is called Plasmic. And about 2 years ago, I reviewed this tool. And it was still in its early stages, but it was a fun tool. Now they've added a lot more features. Now Plasmic has an official Figma plugin, which you can get from the Figma community. Once you're done with your Figma designs, you can quickly just export it and bring it over to Plasmic. Now, something special about Plasmic is that it has integrations with almost all of the backend tools as well as external tools that you want. For example, things like Airtable, Zapier, Vercel, Shopify. So anything you can think of, it's quite powerful. It has sync with those tools as well. Also, it is very flexible. So you can bring in your own code if you want to, or you can write code, overrides, etc. over the website design that you've built with Plasmic. And it has full control on the deployment as well. So you can deploy it to using frameworks like Next.js, Node.js, and you can even choose things like the scripts or how HTML is being written or cleaned up. Also, it has seamless sync with GitHub, so if you're a developer, this will also come in handy. The next one is DhiWise, and this already is a existing tool. However, they've taken out this really cool Figma to Android step-by-step guide. And I think this is a very nice guide. I read through it. It has all the steps necessary to go from Figma to a complete Android application using DhiWise. It's, I think, a really cool tool already. It allows you to quickly set functionality. It actually recognizes if there is a button on screen, if there's a card on screen, if there's a form, it will convert it into a functional form or a functional button. You can configure and add features to each and every screen. So if there's a screen that you want to add a particular feature to, or a button that you want to add a custom link to, you can just drag and drop from their function library and you can basically add custom functions, which is pretty cool. It also has a lot of conditional workflow. So if you want to build a proper user flow or a user journey, you can basically set various conditions for various buttons, various forms, various flows, as well as create a seamless navigation between different pages as well. It also supports external APIs. So if you want to bring a weather API or a navigation or a Google Maps API, for example, you can always integrate those tools as well inside your application. So you'll have a more functional, full-fledged app from this. At the end, of course, you can export the entire project in code format as well. Okay, so I wanted to share my experience. I tried Google Gemini to convert Figma designs into code. First thing that I did was to get an Uber app screenshot. I'll put it on the screen, check it out. If I upload this image inside Gemini, as you can see, it's accepting my image here. I can ask it to write code for it for a particular programming language. So in this case, maybe we want to create this in HTML and CSS. Create the following app screen in HTML and CSS. Okay. Within a few seconds, it has replicated the Uber app in HTML and CSS. Now, I want to try this out in front of you guys just to prove if it works or not. So I've come here to CodePen. I'm just going to copy the HTML as well as the CSS code that they've given here. And as you can see, this has created something. Because this is not responsive in nature. However, I can turn this into a more responsive app like this. And well, if I compare it to the actual screenshot, which is this, it is quite far away from what we need. However, it's created things like containers here. So hopefully you'll be able to edit this further. Now this next one is called Moxly and it's actually quite impressive. This is an AI mobile app builder for iOS and Android, which is pretty insane. It's a Microsoft for startups partner, so it's built a bit of trust. However, this caught my eye, from Figma to a published ready mobile app with Moxly. So essentially right now it has a lot of drag and drop elements. So once you import your Figma designs onto their portal, you will be able to drag and drop functional elements, things like chat boxes, article views, blogs, etc. Also has these AI chatbots and functionalities inside it. So answers to quick questions or being able to convert from one language to another or even helping you with better copy and text. It has a lot of built-in integrations as well. So it's even integrated things like Reddit, Telegram, OpenAI. So instead of you understanding how you can integrate APIs into your platform, it already has a lot of them ready-made for you. So you don't even have to understand code at all for this one. And since it's more or less native, you don't have to worry about different platforms. One version gets uploaded onto different platforms, which is pretty cool. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Short and sweet. Let me know in the comments if you found any of these useful. Give a thumbs up to this video. Really helps me a lot, not only growing this, but also improving on my videos. See you every week just like this, so make sure you subscribe. Until next time, take care. God bless.